Get ready for America's #1 funny man. What? Hey. Make some noise. Ladies and gentlemen, from LA to New York, Chicago to Mississippi, let's give it up for America's #1 funny man, Rodney.
God damn it, I've been talking like a motherfucker, muted like a bitch. God dang. I don't know what's going on with this show today. First of all, I started the show for y'all just coming in. Facebook can't hear. It's not just Facebook, Lynette. It's the whole world can't hear me. No sound. I wasn't even looking at y'all. Thank you to Andromeda. Thank you, Lynette King. Hit me up, Alfreda. Appreciate y'all. I don't know what the hell. I'm talking into the muteness. Anyway, long story short, I'm on a weight loss journey. My goal is to lose 27 pounds. I am down 1. I got 26 more pounds to go. So trust you, boy. I had some tuna this morning, tuna wrap with tomato and lettuce. So that's a good beginning. Yeah, Alfreda said they can hear me now. Good stuff. All right, let's get into the show. I got some great people on here today. This young man, he's a financial guru. I've had the pleasure of breaking bread with him many times. Probably should be more because he's invited me to dinner 1,000 times and I've missed it. But he's a great guy, great individual. We share cigars often. Welcome to the show, Mr. Anton Wilson. Anton, what's up, bro? You muted too. You just like me. You muted. I don't know what's going on with me.
Hey, what's going on, Rodney? How you feeling?
Hey man, how are you today, bro?
Amazing, and I'm on my weight loss journey too.
Really? I mean, you're not a fat dude though.
It doesn't mean I'm not happy with how I look, right? Like I got this gut, and the problem is just the nature of my business. I'm constantly out. I'm eating steaks, drinking alcohol. Yeah.
Wow,
and
man.
I'm on apple cider vinegar right now, so you need to get on that.
Hey, that's a good morning. Good morning, sip. Gosman Heifers is in the building. I see you, sis. Hey, good morning. We had a great conversation yesterday about autism. I think you guys would have appreciated it. Also, my next guest, man. I became aware of this young lady through Charles Hopgood. Charles Hopgood said, Rodney, you have to meet Shar. I said, who the hell is Shar? He said, Shar is an advocate for men all over the world. Shar, welcome to the show.
Hey, y'all. Hey.
How you doing, sis?
I'm doing amazing. How are you?
What she wants. She says what she wants. Yes. Talk to me about your brand, man, and you created this great brand, and the fact that you're championing men. Why?
You know what? The reason why I do what I do is because I feel like men get a bad rap a lot of the times because us as women, we refuse to dig out our stuff from childhood, adolescent, or previous partners. And so what happens is we get into connections and we end up pointing the finger at you guys due to the trauma that's within us. So I do it to help men stay alive, because what happens is when you get into disagreements and things of that nature with your significant other, then what happens is a lot of the time men end up committing suicide. So I do it
Wow.
to keep men alive, but I also want to see relationships thrive and not just survive.
Now I gotta ask you this, Shar. I mean, I watch your videos. You got the cute little red top on. Is these dudes coming at you trying to holler?
They do sometimes. You know. And that's why there's an accept button, a delete, and a block. I get a lot of blocks and deletes, you know.
Yo, man, when I saw, I was like, I bet these dudes is thirst trapping this girl to death, man. But at the same time, there's a lot of good guys out there.
Absolutely. Not all men are bad, ladies. Don't do that. Don't put them all in one basket. Don't do that.
Yeah, and I say this all the time too. Like, do you expect a guy not to shoot his shot? I mean, if you're a pretty girl, if you're a good-looking woman, a guy is going to try.
Right. But the thing is, nowadays, so many women, they dramatize it. You know, you guys have the gym stories and all that stuff. So it's like, you know, a lot of women tend to dramatize it nowadays due to social media and things they see on reality TV or television. So, you know, it just depends on
the video I want to show you later in the show. Remind me, Char, I got a video I want to show you later in the show. This lady talk about breaking a guy's heart. Oh, goodness gracious. All right, ladies and gentlemen, super comedian, join us today. I had the pleasure of sitting down and having some wings with her last time I was in New York City. She hails, I believe, from my hometown, Chicago, Illinois. She is indeed as chocolate as they come. Welcome to the show, Miss Chocolate Shy.
Hey, how everybody doing today?
Hey, sis, how you doing?
I'm good. How's everybody doing?
You are indeed from Chicago, am I right?
Yeah, Southside, 75th and Jeffrey, born and raised straight out the South Shore.
My grandmother was on 77th and Bishop. We was right around the corner from you.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I got people still live over on Bishop. Yeah, my family own, my aunties stay on 74th and Bishop.
I know that area very well, man. I grew up down. That's my little stomach ground when I was growing up. Can you turn your phone sideways so we can get more of a bigger view?
Okay. Wait, is it this way?
Yeah, your phone might be locked. It may be locked.
Okay, wait a minute. Let me get the magic.
I will get Chocolate Shy back on in a second. She's getting her thing together. Also, let's get to this today, guys. Of course, I want to talk about Lizzo is in the news. I don't know if y'all been paying attention. Lizzo, and Lizzo has been the poster child for being a big girl and having confidence and all this good stuff. Have you guys been paying attention to this story that's hit the news recently over a couple of days?
Something about her fat shaming her dancers, right?
Yeah, she's fat shaming her dancers. She's also sexual harassing them. I want to have Raina Perry come on. Raina was just giving me the scoop on this. I didn't know a whole lot about it. Raina, welcome to the show. What is up with Lizzo, and is she gonna get canceled?
So she has allegations that came out against her. It's a lawsuit that dropped in Los Angeles with 3 of her dancers. They came out and pretty much said that she was fat shaming, that there was sexual harassment, and
is fat shaming against the law?
What she got sued for is a hostile work environment. So it's not necessarily that it's against the law, but it goes against her whole brand, you know, carries itself as, which is she's supposed to be an advocate for other plus size women. She literally sells clothes, like it's like her whole brand is centered around it. But they said that she was like talking about if her dancers gained weight, they would be fired. She put them in environments where she was.
Hold on. If you fat and you get fatter, your ass out of here.
But she got them as plus size dancers, like you knew.
She didn't want them to be plus size though. Wait. Wait. You can be plus size, but your ass can't have 2 pluses.
Not the double XL.
No, but I'm joking. Break it down, Raina. What else? Okay, so and what's the sexual harassment? What are they saying she said?
So they said that they had like they were either in a strip club or something that had to do with a strip club, and she was trying to have or force her dancers to touch, one of the strippers that was in there, and they were like, no, and she pretty much was forcing it more and trying to force them to drink, like something uncomfortable in that. And then the main director that's over like the dancers, I got her name because I wanted to get some more.
You did do deep dive on this. I like that.
Right. They said
and
that.
Also,
oh no, I'm sorry.
Go ahead, Shar.
No, go ahead, babe. Well, they were also saying that there was a point where they were in rehearsal, they weren't allowed to go to the bathroom, so one of them urinated on themselves, and then also I guess there was some type of sex workers involved, and she had them eating bananas out of the sex workers canals, if you will.
OMG, are you serious? Wait, Gospel Heaven said Lizzo liked the special bananas. What does that mean? Wait a minute, are you serious, Char? Wait a minute, hold up. Anton Wilson. Let's stop. Anton, tell me this.
You don't want my opinion.
I want your opinion, bro.
Hey, bro. Lizzo, I get in trouble a lot.
The musical icon, she plays the flute, for God's sakes.
And the banana.
And the banana. Isn't that part of the work environment, like the social part of it, having fun? Is that part of it? I mean, you work in corporate America.
So I look at it like this, right? Like when I hear stories like this, I try to wait for all the facts to come out, right? There's so many different variations of what can happen. We had the strip club, and I'm like, sure, just go ahead, touch it. Have another drink. Am I really forcing you to drink, or we out having drinks and I'm suggesting that you drink? Right? Like there's so many different variations, and a lot of celebrity clients, not a lot, a handful of celebrity.
Let me ask you this, Anton. If I'm your boss, can you assume that's a force move?
I think people will sue anything for anybody these days, and people are always looking for a come up. So I'm not saying that this didn't happen. I'm not saying that it didn't, but I say we just can't instantly go into the negative because negative travels a lot faster. And on top of that, I wouldn't be out drinking with my boss that I don't have a relationship with like that, let alone at a strip club.
How about that? But this is part of the show, right, Raina?
So I don't know exactly the whole story with the whole strip club aspect of it. I read more of like where the lawsuit was coming from in the work environment. So okay. I'm not going to sit here and spread false information about that part. Okay. But from what else I read, the allegations are more so linked to the dance captain that was over them. But they said that Lizzo knew what was going on and also was spreading the same type of
But how about this, guys? How about this? We have seen Lizzo's ass. Can we start there? Lizzo is a free spirit, and to be around her, to be around somebody who's very free. Chocolate Shy, what's your thoughts?
First of all, I'm a Lizzo fan. I watched her season when she picked those dancers. Yes. I liked how she treated them. She was very sensitive toward their feelings because a lot of those girls had a real hard story being big women and being Black and the things that they had to overcome. I think we should wait before we pass judgment because we live in a time now. People will do anything to have a name. I mean, it's sad, but it's a fact, So I just feel like I would rather wait to get all the information out, because you can get 2-3 people to come along and say anything about you today, especially if it's some money involved. Right. I don't know. From watching her pick those dancers and the heartfeltness behind it, it's just hard for me to believe, as much as she has been fat shamed, that she would turn around and do that to somebody else to that degree. That don't make sense to me.
It don't make sense, Shar. I mean, we all navigate this world. And the price of fame is stuff like this. People being litigious, people suing you. Is this just par for the course if you're Lizzo? You hear me, Char?
Oh, I'm sorry. What'd you say?
I said, is this just par for the course if you're Lizzo? Is this just what you got to deal with?
You know what? At some point, we have to say, like Anton and Chalk were saying, like, we have to wait until everything comes out. But at the end of the day, it's like they're allegations. And so, we'll see how it unfolds and everything. But listen, I'm all for the BBWs, okay? I love y'all.
Well, I got a question for Raina. So is it Lizzo that has these allegations, or is it the dancer, the head dancer?
So they all were named as defendants. It's her real name, which is Melissa Jefferson, then the production company, and then Quigley, which is the dance captain. They've all been named as defendants for the lawsuit. It said, in addition to accusations of a hostile work environment and sexual harassment, the suit brings claims for religious and racial harassment, false imprisonment, interference with prospective economic advantage, and other allegations. And so, I mean, they're not all.
But how about this? What none of them making no money until they got with Lizzo.
Right. So, but for me, I always believe the victim until it come out. Otherwise, I know they. But that's just where I come from, because I mean, if that is where your source of income is coming from, I mean, what would you really gain by burning this bridge? Because then, if it's not true, it's now you're gonna be known everywhere as a liar. You lied on this lady about something as serious. Right. You lied about something as serious as her fat shaming you as a bigger woman whose whole brand is centered around that. So that's what my thought process is. But like y'all said, I do want all the facts to come out and, let's really see how this plays out. But these are very serious allegations to come out against a bigger woman. And so you was asking me if I think she's going to be canceled. It's people who are going to stay Lizzo fans, the same way people stayed R. Kelly fans. But then there's also people.
I didn't say that. Talk about the soundtrack to my life. Now don't keep my soundtrack out. Oh, go ahead.
And there's also people who are like, the allegations are enough for them to stop messing with Lizzo altogether. And so it just, even when it does come out, if it does come out that she did stuff, it's still gonna be people that are like, but why would they even say that?
Hey guys, I heard Lizzo wasn't involved.
Go ahead.
No, I'm sorry to interrupt, brother. Like, I'm willing to bet Lizzo wasn't involved. So that happens in my business a lot, or just in any business. I go out with Rodney, we having drinks, I slap somebody. What gets more media attention, and who are they more likely going to sue? Somebody shoots up a concert. Why are you shooting the guy that's on? Why are you suing the guy that's on stage? So I'm willing that it's more about the dance lead or whatever, and less about Lizzo, but that gets attention.
Right.
Yeah. But doesn't Lizzo have a responsibility, Anton, to create a good work environment?
So a lot of times they're not, just like you have a staff. Like Rodney, I'm not telling you business, but you got a staff. You got some feedback.
Chocolate Shop, I'm getting feedback from your end for some reason. Maybe turn your phone down.
Okay. But I will say this. Today, we live in a time where people do money grabs and people be dependent on if you settle out of court and all that. People don't be thinking that it's going to go all the way to court. People be trying to settle out of court and everything else. To me, if this was happening to you, why would you speak up after you were fired? That's something that you speak up and you take documentation as it's happening. You don't wait to get fired. Now you bring up that everybody tried to touch you and you were drinking and all of that, because from what I read online, this all occurred after they were terminated. So if it was something that you were going through and you were experiencing on a job, this is something to me that I would have been dictating. I would have been able to give you dates and times and different things like that. But this case is still unfolding. But we live in a time, even with what Shar was saying about defending men, we have so many women today making false allegations against men and destroying people's lives over a lie. So, and my thing of it being a woman who have survived, being raped and stuff like that, I still question a lot of things that people do and say and feel like it need to be put under investigation before you destroy somebody's life, because you can't take that back once you didn't put that out there. Men have families too, and a lot of times today, women be lying, and like I say, I am a woman that have survived, being raped. So I'm not here sitting as one who is discussing this, just saying something. But I've lived long enough to see women have lied.
And
Well,
even
Granny Wanda
besides
says, go ahead.
besides the dollar, you have that attention. Everybody wants that
Right.
attention. Everybody wants, whether it's bad or good, whether it's negative or positive, people want attention. They want the eyes on them.
Wow, Granny Wilder says I'm a huge fan of Lizzo too, but something has to have caused these people to say something. Then the others not involved in the suit to back up the allegations. To me, as a fan, it's sad. Wow, it's something that we have to deal with as public people, that you could potentially be in these situations. Shard, talk to me about like what you're doing to cause attention and why you be slapping people in the face.
You know what? So that just became my signature.
I love
it. It depends on the message.
If you aren't already following Shar, her Instagram is says what she wants, and she's an advocate for men vocally every day. What's the feedback you're getting from women?
They call me pick me. They say I have masculine energy. They say that, Hello.
Yeah, there we go. We're back.
Okay, so they say you're a pick me. They say you have masculine energy. They say whose side are you on? So I get different feedback, but at the end of the day, 90 to 95% of it, it's negative coming from. And I'll say women, like immature women, because a woman that's mature, that's already taking care of her person, is not going to have an issue with my content. Because like I said, I'm an advocate for men, but I'm also a sister to women. So I want to help them to see that, like you can treat him good. You can treat him good. You can still be a boss. You can still be independent. But at the end of the day, can I cuss or no?
Go ahead, say it.
At the end of the day, are you a shitty person or not?
Yeah. You can always say shitty person everywhere.
Okay.
Hey, such a great comments, man. Great panel today. Anti Wilson is in the building. Shar Curry says what she wants is here. Chocolate Shy and Raina Perry joining us, giving us the all the skinny on Lizzo. How about this? Carly Russell is back in the news a little bit. So, of course, she's a young lady from Alabama that it turns out may have been lying about. Well, she's absolutely was lying about this whole situation.
We do know that one, all right.
she lied about that one. She lied big time.
But I'm an advocate for women in terms of women are the real deal, getting kidnapped and never seen again all the time.
Right.
And so while this was the one instance where we found out somebody was returned pretty quickly and the world turned and was championing her cause, I don't think that's the reason to kind of demonize this young lady. But how about this? Her boyfriend to mess around and got famous, y'all. Her boyfriend is getting fees to go to clubs. Like, what is the world we live in, Anton? What's the world we live in where Carly Russell's boyfriend can get a fee to go to a club, any club?
I mean, I think I live in Atlanta with you, Ronnie. It's Instagram society, right? People want that instant fame. I can be famous for doing crazy stuff. Though we blame it on mental illness, I think that's a lot of reasons school shootings happen. I'm not going to get this attention anywhere else, but I'll get famous for shooting up a school. I'll get famous for doing something stupid or being kidnapped. Now I can do news appearances. But then you got people really getting kidnapped and killed in Mexico, and it just kind of throws it off of me. I mean, I ain't gonna lie, I did something like that a long time ago. Like, because we know bad news travel. I swear to God, no, I ain't got to take my damn kidnapping or nothing or my death or no shit like that. But no, I remember this very specifically. I was on Instagram, it just came out, it might have been Twitter, and T.I. had said something on Twitter. And I was like, man, if I get him to respond to me, that'll get me some attention. And I ended up probably an hour later, I was like, let me delete this. Why am I going to try to tear him down for his opinion? I mean, this shit is stupid. Let me find my own way to get attention.
How about that? Hey, I just Rodney Perry tuned in to Rodney Perry Live. Anton Wilson giving us his old lie tales from back in the
day. Bad news travels 7 times faster than good news.
But Go ahead.
Go, Chai.
I feel like we live in a society now, you have to question everything. I think as a Black woman, she didn't know who she was. Women today, especially women of color, when you don't know who you are and you want the attention of a man and you think that that's it, because I know I'm guilty of doing my own thing. It was a little different than hers. I was going to burn the whole building down with everybody
Wait
in
a
it.
minute.
I wouldn't have dared, I wanted somebody to die. You
Tell me
understand?
the story. What happened?
When the story broke, I knew something was wrong with it because ain't no way you gonna see no baby on the expressway unless you run over him. So I was like, ain't no way. There ain't no way. Did she bump him? Come on now. I knew it was something wrong. But I think the biggest problem we got going on in this country that we're not addressing, and especially people of color, is mental illness, and I think even with the attention validation, it's a mental health part in there that we're not addressing. I don't even think Black people know exactly to the extent what mental health is, because if you're a habitual liar, something wrong with you, so we live in a time now.
Well, what do you say to Andromeda? Andromeda says everything isn't mental illness. Some folks are just liars. Is that true?
Yeah, but even that, it comes up under mental illness. That come with PTSD and all that, because what are you lying for? That means that's some type of imagination you done created, or you want people to believe what you saying. But mental health is a big thing. It's a lot of us walking around and we have mental health issues. I know something wrong with me for sure, and I ain't find out.
Hey, Granny Wilder says, so ridiculous. This man is now being treated like a celebrity. That's 15 minutes goes by real quick. Hey, y'all. Hey, this is Roddy Perry. Tune in to Roddy Perry Live. Hey, how about this? How about this, guys? These lottery numbers are getting crazy. The Mega Millions is crazy. Let's talk about this. I don't know about y'all. Whenever I look at the lottery, I start imaginary. I use my mind to spend this money. So I got Anton on the show. He's a financial guru. First of all, Anton, give me some A, B's, and C's. 1, 2, 3. What you should do if you actually hit the Mega Millions?
Find a financial advisor and an attorney before you even cash it in. And I know that sounds cliche-ish, but
I've heard that exact advice.
Yeah, attorney, because you don't want anybody. You want to see if your state allows you to be anonymous. Like in Georgia, we can be anonymous if it's over 250. So, because the last thing you want is cousins, and now anybody can reach you on social media. So you don't want that emotional stress of having to feel like I have to give you anything. Then find a financial advisor, because a lot of us, especially in our culture, are new to money. We're usually first generation wealth, and we're still trying to figure out how not to spend it all. So then you want to get a financial advisor, because I'm seeing it on both ends. I'm seeing other cultures coming to my office, and their financial knowledge is so much higher that they've amassed larger sums of money a lot quicker, just because they don't have the same spending habits.
Wow.
So definitely get a financial advisor. That would be my first two.
Financial advisor, then get you a lawyer. Shar Curry is in the building. Shar, you hit the Mega Millions. What you gonna get?
I'm gonna buy some land and some property.
Wow.
First.
One thing they ain't making no more of. They ain't making no more land. So you can definitely get you some land.
Land and property is power. That's what I learned.
Wow, how about that? Well, any place specific, where in the world would you like to be?
Atlanta, Texas, North Carolina.
I'm not mad at it. North Carolina is booming too. Right there in Raleigh, the Raleigh-Durham area is booming right now. Chocolate Shy, you hit the Mega Millions. Who on your list?
Well, first of all,
you don't want to be have any owners to your family, but who on your list to get hooked up?
Listen, if I win the lottery, my kids better pray I don't hit. Because if I hit, I promise you, I'm going to use my money to get them back. They going to have to go to school to get some money. I'm finna make them work for it. I promise you, they gonna have to go get some college degrees. You're gonna have to be straight A's, and don't come calling me until I can see it. I'm gonna get some security because I got a big family and I got everything in my family under the sun. So I know I gotta hide. You understand? I definitely gotta get somewhere and hide. So I'm going far, far, far away. And when I come surface around, I'm gonna have me some security around me because my family is coming.
You
But I
you get
definitely,
security for your family?
oh man, let me tell you something. These people is coming. You hear me? My kids is definitely coming. You know,
OMG.
grandkids, all of them coming. But what I would want to do with the money is I would really want to put it back, some money into the community, a nonprofit. Helping felons coming up out of jail. Some type of job program, because for me it's about legacy and trying to reach back and help somebody else. You want God to refill your cup, you got to empty it in order for it to be refilled.
Hopgood is an idiot. Hopgood said, "I'm gonna hire me a midget that look like me and dress him like me, and he do all my talking like he was a ventriloquist."
Can we say midget anymore? Is
I'm
it like
sure
a
you
new?
can.
Is it like short people or little people or?
I'm sure you can at
You
all.
can't say dwarf either. Not that I'm
Hey, how
saying
about
that.
this, Anton? We got two ladies as advocates for black men. Of course, Shar, I mean, you advocate for men in general, but black men specifically.
Mhm.
What's the plight of the black men as you see it?
You know what? We have to look at things historically first, because a lot of people say like, "Oh, well, he's a thug, he's a bum, he's angry and so forth." But at the end of the day, we have to look at the historical standpoint. So even though no, we don't live back in slavery times, it's still affecting a lot of men today. So
Yeah,
it's, they're frowned upon, they're looked upon as being, angry beings, negative. It's, there's a stigmatism that comes with it. So
Chocolate Shy, you deal with men that have been incarcerated, and how about this? It's almost a rite of passage now. If you haven't been locked up, people look at you kind of sideways, like you ain't been locked up, nigga. What's wrong with you? And
Yeah.
so, talk to me about getting those guys back to work. How hard is that?
Well, first of all, I think that we have to stop painting this broad brush and putting all of us in one basket. When
mhm.
I hear people bashing men, it breaks my heart because I have a father. Matter of fact, I had two fathers, my stepfather, my real father. I have sons, I have grandsons. So when you sit up and you start labeling men, that means you labeling your sons, your grandsons, and all of that, So I don't believe in that. I think trauma look different on all of us. That's the first thing. I have been working with black men coming up out of the prison system for over 20 years. I also helped get a law passed by President Obama, which is called Ban the Box, where they would take off of job applications, "Are you a felon?" And I
Mhm.
campaign hard, and they better talk about that at my funeral. You understand me? But
That's a
I
big
feel
deal.
like black men and black women, we need one another. We got to come together and embrace. And black men need black women as much as black women need black men. So we got to stop bashing one another. We need one another. I am not as strong as I can be if because I don't have a black man with me. So there's something lacking because of being a single woman. The joy I get to help a man coming up out of prison, to show him how to do a resume, to get him ready to go in there and talk and sell himself, how I get him to, look at whatever jobs he did in prison, and you're able to convert, transport those things that you did there and make those real jobs and put those on resumes. Because a lot of people think when you have a felony conviction that you can't get
Right.
employed. That's
Yeah.
not true. There are a lot of companies that hire felons because
That's
they
why
get a
they
tax
wait.
break.
Yes.
Yes, but if you don't have the right information, then you don't know where to go. So I want to be the disruptor to come in and show you exactly navigate how you need what you need to do to get your life on track. And I am so thankful and honored that I've been able to do this and do this successfully. I love us, so
Wow.
me helping a Black man is helping myself.
That is a fact. Thank you so much for sharing, Anton Wilson. Man, you're a corporate America.
I
You're
got
a
a question.
finance.
I got a question for sure before you post.
Give,
Yeah, sure. So it's something I saw recently happen in Chocolate Brand. I want you guys' opinion. I've got this female friend. She's black, and it's not the situation I told you about earlier. So she's black. I saw her deal with her ex boyfriend, a black dude. Like she would talk to him reckless. It was almost like she was coming at him like, "I'm the prize. You should be happy to be around me. I don't know what your issue is. Throw petals at my feet." Now she broke up with him. Now she's dating a white guy, and she treats him like a god. It's almost like you're the prize. I'm happy to have you, and I'm going to twirl brooms to make you happy. When I feel like if she would have treated her black boyfriend that way, she might have gotten a different response and a different level of interest. So I was curious if you're seeing that, or if this is a one-off I'm seeing.
I think that could be that particular young lady, but I don't know. Shar, what's your thoughts?
I would say this: we have different connections and different bonds with different people. So I will say that, but also, what was like her experience prior to her treating him that way, and also like how does she view Black men in general? So, and then also from a psychological standpoint, in society, it's pushed like, as far, I know you guys have seen that, that process that they did about, like when the kids see the black doll versus the white doll, like, oh, this is
Right.
bad,
Right.
this is good. So,
White
so
is
there's
right
also,
for a lot of people of color, believe it or not.
yep, absolutely.
Chocolate Shy, Anton brought up a great question. What's your thoughts? I mean, do we as blacks lean toward white sometimes?
Well, I think it's the information that you was given. The first relationship that a woman has is with her father. And if that relationship is destroyed, or something's been tampered with, the way she look at every Black man after that is effect of that. Me personally, I had a wonderful relationship with my father and my stepfather. So my relationship with Black men has always been wonderful. Even when I got done wrong in a relationship, I always understood that that was one person, but you got to be what you want it to see in a relationship. And I see a lot of Black women that are very reckless with their mouth. I used to be reckless with my mouth. I was
No.
horrible. Because you mimic your mother, and most time when you have a mother that's disrespectful to men, you pick those behaviors up and you
Yeah.
go through life and you think that is right
Hey,
until you.
let's talk to Raina Perry. You have a great father, Raina. Talk to us about what it's like to have a great male influence.
So for me, I mean, my parents have been together for what was it, 26, 27, 26
27
years?
years. I thought it was 28, but it wasn't.
It's not. I knew when 28. I knew, but so I've always had an image of love and what it's supposed to be, but that's the image that I have. But I've realized about myself that going into these connections with people, I either overextend myself or I find myself where if I don't feel safe in my feminine energy, then people do get the more masculine side, me going off. But that's a case by case basis. So that woman might have done that with, the Black guy, and you probably noticed it more because you're like, well, dang, when she go that way, but it might, if he didn't make her feel safe in her feminine energy where she could, be the housemaker, treat him like a king, X, Y, and Z. But this next guy did, it probably had nothing to do with his race. It's just how he made her feel in that space. And so it might be her in who she is as a person, and it might just be how he made her feel. Because I have a good example of my dad do X, Y, and Z, but because of that same example that I have, when a dude come up and he not really doing that, I be quick to snap on him because I don't need you. I got Rodney. Rodney made somebody.
Hey, I do feel like sometimes like that we may have gave y'all too much and put y'all out in the world, and you're ill-equipped. I feel like the new guys are ill-equipped to match me.
Right. Plus, I'm 22, so the dudes in my bracket right now, it's probably not gonna do what he's doing, and I understand that. Which there's a certain level of patience that comes with that. Which I feel like like I said, I overextend myself sometimes. I give them a little too much leeway. Like, oh, well, this is just who he is, or he's still learning. Like very patient though. I see my mom be patient.
Very patient. Chocolate shy. Such a great conversation today. Like you said, you were different as a younger woman. What would you tell your younger self, like right now, if you could go back and talk to her?
If I can go back and talk to my younger self, I'll be like, a baby ain't gonna make it better.
Wow.
A baby is not gonna make it better.
You just hit us with a whole thing. That was
Yeah, because I think that when you're younger, you make decisions off of how you feel, and I as being experienced a lot of trauma at a young age, I made decisions off of that trauma with not having the experience. So if I can go back and tell myself something, I would definitely say a child is not going to make it better.
Wow. Shar Curry is in the building. Shar, man, being an advocate for men it's a daunting task, I'm sure. What's the reason women are kind of on the bullshit a lot of times?
You know what? It just depends on the caliber of woman that you're dealing with. It depends on her background. But a lot of times what you see I feel like it's due to the grooming, if you will, from social media, from reality TV, from music. And so it's get money, right? So you have that mentality where I call it a Meg Thee Stallion, Cardi B mentality. And they have to realize, like, that's not getting you anywhere. That's not getting you anywhere, but it is getting people to look at you in a certain way, in a certain light. And so they think that, they're supposed to be with men for what they can get from them, but they're not supposed to have to do anything. And so it's the way I look at it is like either you're an asset or you're a liability.
Let me jump in there with you, Char, because a lot of men lead with their wallet. If you leave with your wallet and a woman go, I won't give me that wallet, then ain't that your fault?
Listen, the guys are getting smarter. That's all I have to say. And yes, you guys may tend to lead with your wallet, but at the end of the day, it's like, okay, well, I'm doing this, but she's not, she's not holding up her end of the deal, if you will. So at some point you have to realize like who you're dealing with, what type of person, like, are you there? Like I say, like, are you there for his wallet? Or are you there to get to know him because you want longevity with him? So it just depends on what they want out of the connection. That's what it boils down to.
Shar, I love the fact that you're championing black men. Let me ask you this. Have you ever stood up for a black dude and he had funky breath?
Oh my gosh. Well, most of my stuff is done online. So listen, I have not been with the breath, okay? I have not had to consume thy breath, okay?
Yeah, thank you, Jesus. Hey,
to your point earlier, we know that if all else fail, men, we'll just throw out a trip. We'll dangle a trip in front of your face.
Oh my
you can't
God.
turn down a trip. That's our go-to. Like, all right, everything else ain't working. Let me throw a trip into the mix.
Hey, I tell my daughters all the time, I'm a father of 5 girls. I tell my daughters all the time, to be with you, to be in your company costs money. Like, a guy should be willing to spend money to be in your presence. And I had to ask myself, do I want my daughter with a young, broke dude or an old nigga with money? I had to ask myself that. What's y'all thoughts, Chocolate Shy? Would you rather your daughter be with a young, broke nigga or an old nigga with money?
I have a daughter, and matter of fact, she finna turn 35. I want her to be with somebody that got their head together, they mental together. So if that come with an older guy who gonna treat her right, go get you an older man who gonna treat you right. It's all right. You can change his diaper, get you some wet ones and some gloves, and get in there and do what you need to do, girl. It's
Chuck,
gonna
These
be
wet
all
wipes.
right. Keep your head up. You know, get the wet wipes. It's all right.
hey, Rain, are you willing to wipe somebody's butt?
No. My partner right now as a 22-year-old, no. I would not.
Goodness gracious. I don't think you'd be in line to wipe my butt if I needed it.
I feel like I shouldn't be the first in the list. I feel like it's other people before me.
Wow.
That's not a no, Rodney. That's good. You raised it right. That's not a no.
No, that's definitely not a no.
She's gonna delegate.
Like,
There's a hierarchy to this. Right.
Hey, such a great conversation, Anton, man. You're out there, you're dating. Like, what's
Let me
it
answer
like?
the daughter question first before I have to get into this Atlanta dating thing. Like my little girl, I want her. I know that women tend to date men are older because of the maturity levels, but I want her to be in some age appropriate range, and not so much about the resources, but more so. Okay.
What is that number? Like, because she's a child now, but when she's 22, what is that number for you?
So if she's 22, like 27 maybe. But if she's 18, you're not dating a 35-year-old. And then older men tend to be set in their ways, a little more controlling, a little more, this is how things are going to go. Especially we're looking back at, we consume younger women a little naive.
You never dated like a young girl?
I don't like the youngest, man. Give me 55 and older. No, let me stop. No, not really. No, not really, man. That's just,
citizen ARP.
no. Hey. No, my dating range probably now is like I'm 41, I'm probably 45, and probably down to maybe 35. But I'm not dating a 22-year-old. I mean, what are we gonna do? Sit around watch love and hip hop all day? Like I can't. No disrespect, Raina. I mean, we just on different paths and different levels in life that we're navigating through.
My best friend is 51. He married a 30-year-old, and they're on their second child. I told him, I said, you have to have a child with this woman. She wants a child. And he had to have, he's on his second child with her. But he's told me, he said, right now, I've never been so happy.
Yeah, and then she's 40 and he's 60 something, and she's in the prime sexually, and he's on the decreasing end, or new responsibilities pop up, and that whole dynamic could easily shift. And now he's 65 years old trying to figure out, am I going to die alone? But that's just my preference, right? We all have our own preference.
We all have our own preferences. E-Doug says, looks like Rodney going to be a dirty butt senior. Don't do that, Doug. That hurts. Andromeda says, my daughter is 23, and based on her lifestyle maturity level, she will definitely have to date the older guy. Guys her age aren't compatible. Wow, that's interesting. Granny Wild have a 5-year range, whether it's older or younger. I guess that's fair. Like the 5 years keep a person. At least y'all was in high school around the same time, close enough. Hey, thank y'all for tuning in today. She said I got Rodney. Larry. All right, y'all. My name is Rodney Perry. You tune in to Rodney Perry Live. Time to play the game I call Absolute Facts. Absolute Facts. I'm gonna give you an absolute fact. Y'all tell me what y'all think. Hold on, let me get up here. Not that. Hold on, it's closer. But I'm gonna stick at that. All right, absolute fact. I'm gonna state absolute fact, Miss Shar, and you're gonna tell me what you think. Okay. Absolute fact. Steve Harvey and the Whispers have the same mustache.
That's a fact. Damn.
Hey, Shy. Steve Harvey and the Whispers got the same mustache.
I thought he was the other twin in them niggas.
He's tripling.
I swear, I thought they got separated at birth. I said, that is he's a taller brother.
Anton Wilson is traveling around the country, touring, telling them stages. Absolute fact, Beyonce is the best performer ever.
I've never been to a Beyonce show.
Just give me your thoughts on it, man. Goodness gracious.
From the Super Bowl, yes. Based off all the R&B shows I've been to.
Beyonce, Raina is the best performer ever.
I think she is.
I think
Sure.
she is too, man. I mean, I've seen Michael Jackson, I've seen James Brown, I've seen some really dope shows. I saw MC Hammer for God's sake. And Beyonce, her show is hands down probably the best episode.
Better than Mike?
Right.
Mike.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I think you're jumping the shark on that one.
I could be wrong. I could be wrong. Here we go. Shaw Curry.
Yes.
Watermelon tastes better if you eat it in front of whites.
Only if it's dripping down your lip. Only if it's dripping down your lip.
All the way up down your face, a big ass wedge of watermelon. Hey, Anton, you in corporate America, you would never eat a wedge of watermelon in front of your white counterparts.
Nope. You got to cube it for me. You got to cube it. And I need a toothpick.
not a fork. Not a fork.
Yeah, I get around y'all.
Now he said y'all.
Oh, we don't.
I got me some watermelon.
We might have to make that happen when I come to Atlanta. When I come to Atlanta, we might have to go get us a watermelon.
Let's go. And they be on sale too, $3. Ooh.
A big ass wedge of watermelon. All right. Here goes, guys. I would rather have Chick-fil-A service or Popeye's flavor. I would rather have Chick-fil-A service or Popeye's flavor. Absolute fact. Raina.
Well, I've heard this one. I like Popeyes. I don't care about their bad service. To me, it make me laugh when I go through the line. But like I said last time, if it was a higher class place, it would be the service over the food. But because it's Popeyes, I will take Popeyes food over Chick-fil-A service.
Yeah.
Okay, I had this debate. Me and this young lady right here, Raina Perry, we debate all the time. Okay, Raina, absolute fact, time isn't real.
You know what? I like this one. Let me tell you why. So I have a friend. We had a full-on argument about this for an hour and a half because I said that time is a concept. But his argument is that even if we didn't have a clock with actual numbers, like we didn't have numbers to represent it, that we would still know different. We would still set a time to it without it being there. Why I say it's a concept is because in theory, I don't feel like time is real. I think that how did I explain it?
Okay, Raina, stop right there. You take too long.
I gotta agree with this.
Anton Wilson.
Yeah, so I kind of get where you're going. Like time is we on the same question. Or you about to ask me something different?
Yeah, same question.
I think it's a unit of measurement, right? Like we know there's a past and we know there's a future, but really there's only the moment, and only the moment is the only thing we can really account for. But that unit of measurement saying it's now 12 o'clock, it's just a space and time. But when you get there, it's just the moment.
Okay. And then because also my perception of time might be different from your perception of time. Like we could have been doing the same thing, but I might feel like it went by fast and you might feel like it went by slow. And that's because none of this is real.
Shaw Curry. It's Raina losing her mind.
So for me, I like to live in the now. I don't like to live in the past. I don't like to go ahead of myself. I live in the now, but I do like make plans and have goals as well. So I like to live in the now though. I'm a now type of person.
So you don't give a
damn.
When you coming to
Atlanta? When you coming to Atlanta, Shaw?
I'll be there Saturday night.
Hey, Shaw, come smoke cigars with us.
Yeah.
I'm on daddy duty. Let's do it though.
All right, let's make it happen. Hey, Chocolate Shy, absolute fact. Let me give you another one. Absolute fact. Frankie Beverly is better than Charlie Wilson. Absolute fact. True or false?
That's a hard one because I am a fan of both of them. But I promise you, I'm gonna have to go with Frankie Beverly.
Really?
Yeah.
That's a grown woman choice. That's a grown ass woman choice.
Yeah.
You got to pick Frankie because he's been around so many years.
Well,
He needs a whole
no,
squad to hold him down.
some of my favorite songs in the world is by him. So I got to pick him hands down, even though that don't take nothing away from Uncle Charlie because he's a beast. But I definitely have to give
Charlie might be the best surviving crackhead of all time.
the best. You hear me? Oh my God, he give a new definition to surviving the crack era. You hear me? Oh Lord,
He's had the best career after crack than anybody in the world.
anybody in the world.
Hey guys, I can't thank you guys enough for coming on with your boy this morning, man. Really made my day. Anton Wilson, how do we stay in touch, bro?
Social media is Anton Wilson, ANTAN Wilson on everything.
Hey man, thank you, bro. And if anybody need a financial advisor, how do they same thing? They should reach out to you on social.
Reach out to me on social media. I'm out there.
He is definitely out there. Shaw Curry is in the building.
Hey.
Says what she wants whenever she wants to do it.
Yes, absolutely.
Love, she light skinned. She got the locks doing her thug thizzle.
Yeah.
Shaw, how do we stay in touch?
All social media platforms, says what she wants, and also hashtag Shaw Curry, CURRY with the shot.
I ain't mad at that. In the building, Chocolate Shy, always a pleasure. It's so funny. And just a great job on the show today. I can't thank you enough for answering my call. How do we stay in touch?
Catch me on all social medias under Chocolate Shy and CHI because ain't nothing SHY about me. Please, straight out of Chicago. But talk to me and I talk back. Hit me on social media.
I love that. And Miss Raina Perry, how do we stay in touch?
My Instagram is Raina Perry _ RAINAPERRY _. Also, I run for the Golden Lines. If y'all want to keep up with that, we are Golden
Lines. That's University of Arkansas Pine Bluff.
Yes, University of Arkansas at Pine Bluff in Pine Bluff, Arkansas. Go Golden Lines.
Go Lines.
And it's a what is it? Golden Line Roar Track and Field, something like that. But yeah. Y'all can keep up with our meets and stuff.
I'm looking forward to you having a fantastic season. I don't want to say too much because you said I'll be doing too much, so I'm gonna be quiet.
I'm looking forward to it too. We got cross country, indoor and outdoor. Y'all wish me luck.
Yeah, you'll be fine, man. You'll be fine. Hey, y'all, what a show today. My name is Rodney Perry. You're tuning in to Rodney Perry Live. My guest really came through. Shaw Curry came through. Anton Wilson. Anton, I didn't know what you was gonna do. I got to be honest.
What you mean?
I didn't know how you'd be this entertaining. You was really dope, dog.
Oh, I'm trying to stay out of trouble. You know, I get in trouble, so I'm trying to be agreeable. Not piss anybody off today.
Be agreeable. hey, Chocolate Shy, mad love, mad respect, and thank you to our correspondent, our Lizzo correspondent, Raina Perry. Hey, that's our show for today. My name is Rodney Perry. We do show every day. Tomorrow, Andromeda will be in the building. Also. Shirley Thomas, also Coco Fresh, the tarot reader for the Fresh Tarot is going to be in the building. If you want to get your future looked at, Char, if you want to come back, we get you read up by Coco Fresh. She's incredible.
Yes.
And hopefully we get to you this week.
I need that.
Hey,
I need her to tell me is this a man in my future and that money, a man and a money. You understand? I need some of both. You hear me?
You know what? While you playing, we got it. We got you covered.
Yeah, because I'm single. You hear me? And I ain't nothing single in the city didn't happen up here for me. You hear?
Hey, that's our show for today. My name is Rodney Perry. We'll talk to you tomorrow.
Get ready for America's #1 funny man. What?